Chapter 4, Task 1, Population Density. Population density is a measurement of how many people are living in each unit of space. And once we do problems, you will see that these are easy to set up if you remember the two things you're comparing. We're always comparing people in space or area. So you're always going to set up the fraction as people over area. So the best way to learn about population density is to just do a couple examples. So the first example we'll look at says in 2014, the population of Hong Kong was estimated to be approximately 7,112,688 people. I'm going to go ahead and underline that number because that's significant because it tells me how many people. And remember, that's the first thing we're comparing. The city covers an area of approximately 226.25 square miles. I'm going to underline that number because that represents area, and that's the second thing we're comparing. Question is, what was the population density of Hong Kong in 2014 in people per square mile rounded to the nearest person? So we're going to go back up to what we highlighted in blue and write that number. And just like the notes above, it shows people over area, and that over is a fraction bar. So that's what we put in Desmos. 7,112,688 divided by 426 and 25 hundredths. So remember that decimal is very important. And once you do that, you get in your calculator, you get this long decimal. But as you know, there's not part of a person, so we're going to round it to the nearest whole number. This 6 here is telling the 6 in the tens place to go up, so that means 16,687 people per square mile. Moving on to example 2, the study reports that in 2010, the population of the United States was 308,745,538 people, and the land area was approximately 3,531,905 square miles. Based on the study, what was the population density in people per square mile of the United States in 2010? This time it tells us to round our number to the nearest tenth. It's very important to read the directions, especially when you do the practice problems and mini quiz. So we're going to do exactly what we did up at the top. We're going to take the number of people and divide it by the area. And when you plug that in Desmos, you should get 87 point, lots of numbers. And as I underline in the directions, it said round to the nearest tenth. The 4 is in the tenths place, so I look 1 to the right. The 4 is 0 to 4, so it's telling the 4 to stay the same. Therefore, my answer is 87.4 people per square mile. Now, as you move on to do your own practice problems and mini quizzes, I want to give you a pro tip. If you notice in this example up here, I did not include any commas. So I did that on purpose because when you're using Desmos, do not use commas. So that is the pro tip of the day. And that's all you need to know about population density. Have fun solving problems.